make sure you press record. Welcome in FW Nation to another episode of the Luv Shack. I'm your host, the Doctor of Love, Big Al.
And I'm your co-host, Tommy Charles. Happy Valentine's, Robert.
Oh, thank you, Charles. And I got my Valentine with me. Here's Penny, the goddess of love.
Thanks for having me on.
Okay, Charles, now, as we know, March 24th, NFW presents Reckless Revenge at the Metro Sports Center here in Evansville, Indiana, 5820 Metro Drive. Tell you what, we've got the NFW World Title Rumble, plus we got a lot of other matches. We got T-Boat going up against Eugene. We've got Jay Mills from the Oxygen Channel's Bad Boy, going with Iron Man Rob Conway, going up against the Product of the People, Master Rich, and Vic the Bruiser. Plus we got other stars, Flash Flanagan, Gator McAllister. We got Alita going up against Lady Vendetta. Oh, hey Charles, we got a card. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. March 24th. It's going to be great.
Gonna be a good one, Albert. I call it a barn burner. I can't wait to get there and see it. I think it's gonna be one heck of a night.
Oh yeah. Now, Charles, I know we got a special interview. We got a couple special interviews, but you've got one. You got a mystery guest that no one knows about, not even me. So I'll tell you what, Charles, I'm gonna let you have the floor, and you can start it off.
All right, you ready for it, Albert?
I'm ready.
All right, Albert, you're my guest. Let me ask you something. I know you started
Wait, what?
2001 at the Coliseum. What got you into the wrestling business, Albert?
I'm the special guest.
You're the special guest, my friend.
Oh. Now, what was that? Okay, you got me good, Charles. What was that?
What was your? Well, I know you started at about 2001 and at the Coliseum and professional wrestling. What got you wanting to be in the business?
What got me into business? Well, ever since I was little, I used to help set up the ring with Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee, Moondogs, Tommy Rich, all of them was here. I used to go down there to help set up the ring because a friend of mine was in charge of that, and I always wanted to be a part of it. Every time I seen them guys in the ring, I always wanted to be a part of it. And finally, when I got my chance, like you said, around 2001, I've been through training and everything. And fortunately, one of the managers didn't show up, and I think you were there that night too.
Cannonball Hall.
And they asked me, I told them, I said, I always want to be doing this. I said, hey, I'm ready. I said, the manager didn't show up. I said, hey, put me in there. I'll do the best I can. I might be a beginner, but, so they did it. And I tell you what, I would say the crowd loved me, but actually they hated me because I was like Rich at the time. I was kind of going down the wrong side of the road because I wanted to be well known. But that's how I got my start, and ever since that night, the rest is history, I guess you can say. I just moved myself up the ladder.
Right. Well, I know you played a lot of different parts in the business, wore a lot of different hats, so to speak. What's some other things you've done besides actually be a manager, Albert?
Now say that again, Charles. I am still.
I say you're still bone puzzle for me getting off guard. I know what you are.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I know that you wore a lot of different hats in the so-called wrestling business here. So,
oh yeah.
Some of the other things that you've done, other than be a manager.
Yeah, it's a long road. Like I said, I tell you what. And I guess you can say I had a great mentor. And I think you know who I'm talking about. He was a charming one.
Well, I know I gave you a little advice, but I don't know if I was really a mentor or not. You had it going on pretty good. You had Cannonball Hall, is that right?
Yeah, he was my, he was one of my beginning ones when I first started managing. It was him, and also Master Rich. I was Master Rich's first manager also.
I remember that very well. He was a skinny little kid.
Yeah. Back then, I was little and skinny and full of energy.
Yeah, and let me ask you this, Al. You got into it about 2001. Have you been doing it solid ever since? Or has there been any time left before you didn't do it?
Now say that again.
I said, I know you started out about 2001.
Yeah.
Have you been solid into it, or did you take any time off? Or have you been going full speed ahead since 2001?
Oh, no. Ever since I started the managing and stuff, I kept with it. I didn't stick to the same organization. I was down at the Coliseum, then I went to Hardcore Wrestling Federation, then the Kentuckiana Federation, Livermore, Madisonville, somewhere locals. Then I came back here, but no, I actually didn't take no time off. I was doing, but then I was doing it on a weekly basis instead of a monthly basis.
There you go. I asked you a question a while ago, and I don't think you really heard what I said was, excuse me, I know you've been a manager, but I know you wore a lot of different hats in the wrestling business. Can you tell us about that? You've done other things other than manage.
Oh, yeah, actually, when I first started, Charles, I was actually, like I said, set up the ring. Then I started helping with the music. I had a sound system. I helped out with that. I was playing music for some of the wrestlers, their entrance. And then when I was doing, after that, I became a ring announcer. From ring announcing, I actually started refereeing. One of my first matches, and I will always remember it, was at Owensboro Sports Center. I refereed Sherry Martell. She's the late Sherry Martell, who's a legend, and she was great, against Debbie Coombs. And that was an awesome match. That was my first referee experience, and I came back down there and started ring announcing for a while at the Coliseum.
Well, that is certainly an honor to work with Scary Sherry there. Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Would you say that was your favorite match that you've ever been involved in as a wrestler, referee, or whatever? What is your favorite match that you've ever been involved with?
I guess my favorite match ever been involved with, I guess you can say it was a superstar lineup. It's when we had that Bobby Eaton. You know Bobby Eaton, beautiful Bobby Eaton.
I know Bobby very well. I managed Bobby for a period of about 6 months.
Oh yeah, the great Sabu from ECW.
Yep.
Bill Dundee, you remember old Bill?
Oh yeah.
We had also guys called the Medic. I know you remember the Medic.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Master Rich, and the Sinistry was there. It was they called it the Barroom Brawl Battle Royal, and I was involved in that. And I tell you what, having Bobby Eaton there, having the Medic there, having Sabu, all the big stars with me involved, that just made me feel like I was somebody. It made me feel very important, and I was just glad to be a part of that. And of course, I got my butt whipped, and Sabu, I think, ended up taking that one. He won it, but yeah, that was great. I loved it.
Well, that was certainly a cavalcade of stars right there. A lot of great names: Sabu, Bill Dundee, Bobby Eaton. Yeah, that's some of the cream right there.
Yeah.
Okay, Al, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You had a little match about last February in Boonville, Indiana.
Oh.
You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, see, Charles, I was afraid to say that was my favorite match because I was going against you. Now, I didn't want to stir up anything, but yeah, me and Canadian Kid, I think, was out there against. I think they called him Charming Charles.
That's right, me and old Tempest.
And yeah, I remember that. It was a great place. The crowd was great. The match was exciting. Oh, I had fun. I tell you what, me and you, even on the opposite sides, we always worked good together.
It was a good match, Albert. I had a lot of fun, even though you cheated.
I loved it. I loved it. I mean, like I said, I loved it.
All right, Al, I got a good question for you here that I think.
Yeah.
We've talked about you being in business for how many years now?
Well, actually, I would say about 17.
Okay, now your son's in the business. Everybody knows the Canadian Kid is your son.
That's right, he's my son.
What did you think when he came to you, or did he tell you, or did he just flip it on you, or did he say, Dad, I'm going to be a wrestler?
Well, when I always went in early, and while the guys were training, always brought my son with me. He had to follow Daddy wherever he went. He's like the little lost sheep. And he's seen the guys in there training, and he just started watching them, and he just said, "Daddy, I want to be a part of it." And I said, "Well, if that's what you want to be a part of it, go for it." So he started coming with me every week, and they let him train when he was, he was a youngin', and right, when his training was done, they put him in the ring, and I tell you what, he learned quick. He had some great teachers, like I said, the Sinistry, Tracy Smothers. I asked my buddy, and he caught up real quick, and he was high flying. I was all mouth, he was all flying.
Yeah, he's a talented young man. There's no doubt about that.
He very talented, very talented.
Well, let me ask you this. You've been doing this, you say, 17 years?
Yeah.
How do you see wrestling from 17 years ago to the present day?
Well, I'll say now, it was, I guess you could say, when I first started managing, the guys were still mean, they were tough, but compared to the ones today, I think today it's more high flying, more, it's more acrobatic, and you see him doing all these flips, he's jumping off the top, the turnbuckles, doing these triple somersaults and stuff like that. Back then, we just went straight ahead, started punching, and started throwing them down and body slamming this and that. Now it's like they're jumping like frogs. I mean, it's really changed. But I mean, back then was great. Now great. We still got old school and we got new school, and to mix them both together, I think it's great. I really think it's great.
Well, that's what's good about working for New Focus. We got a little bit of something for everybody. We got your old school, we got your hard-hitting, strong style.
That's right.
Got your high-flying, so and getting to get a good lineup of lady workers.
Oh yeah. And we got a lot of great athletes, like you said.
I really enjoy working for New Focus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you've got guys like Rob Conway who's smart, and there's been times where he talked to me. You could be in the business 20, 30 years, you still don't know everything, and that's me. And I'm the kind of person, if they got something to say, I'll sit down and listen. And Rob's a great teacher. He's a great athlete. Then you got guys like Vic, who's mean and tough. Then you got guys like Flash, and you got Master Rich. But then you got the high flyings like Drake and Canadian Kid. I mean, you got the mean, vicious guys. You got the high flying guys. You got the awkward guys like Cousin Jimmy with Cousin Myrtle. Oh, but it's an all-star lineup, and you got Lady Vendetta, Elite Ortiz. I mean, you got every kind of match you can think of is in NFW, New Focus, and I love it. This is my home, my family, and I'm here to stay.
Well, I feel the same way, and I'll tell you what I really like about it. Albert, I mean, every month there's new talent that you haven't seen coming in. I mean, these people are keeping it fresh. They're going at no expense, bringing in good, solid working talent. That's what I like.
Oh, yeah. It's wonderful. I mean, they're bringing in more high flyers. They're bringing in more vicious guys, like Eugene coming in. He's great. Then you had like Tommy Rich, you got Doug Gilbert, and you got the high. Like I said, you got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I mean, it's great. It's great. You got. I mean, like I said, I can never say enough about New Focus. And Mama Rich, the sweetheart of NFW, she's wonderful.
I tell you what, she sure is. She's driving force behind that company. Actually, I mean. Boy, I tell you what, that Rich, he sure has gone down a one-way street going about 100 miles an hour, but
yeah,
that's a different story. Well, Albert, I don't want to get on him. I can stay on that all night. I do want to ask you something.
Yeah.
You started this Luv Shack right about a year ago this month, and by the grace of God, I got in with you, and I'm tickled to death and proud as I can be to be a part of this. But what gave you the idea to do the Luv Shack?
What day?
Now, what gave you the idea?
Oh, what gave me? Oh, well, I give credit where credit's due, and that's Master Rich. I mean, when I first worked there and stuff, I always seen how they all these commercials, all these promos, and it's like I seen these guys talk about their matches before the shows. I seen them talk about. Doing promos for the upcoming events, and I talked to Rich. I said, Rich, that'd be great for New Focus. I said, if we can just get out there and put something out, like a Facebook, YouTube, and stuff on the internet like that about wrestling. Let them see what the wrestlers are like. Let them hear what they're about, and let them see what they can do. I said, I would love to do that, and then I said, well, as a matter of fact, I can help you with that, and so that's where we got started. And I think, well, what kind of name can we give our little talk show? And since I was a doctor of love, I said, well, might as well call it the Luv Shack, Doctor of Love's Luv Shack, and it started off, it was slow, but it picked up great. The interview, which is great, the interview you had with Rob Conway, Charles, was the most watched Luv Shack. We had over hundreds of views within a few hours, and it's picking up now. Now we got our own group page, a Luv Shack group page now, and I tell you what, it's people are starting to watch it, they're starting to share it, they're viewing it, and it's expanding, it's getting bigger and better, and I tell you what, I owe a lot to you, because when you started helping me, Charles, you've helped me make it a lot better too, and I owe a lot of thanks to you also, my friend.
Oh, well, I appreciate it, Albert, but it was your brainchild, and it's gone, and I enjoyed working with Rob. Rob's a great guy. He's a wonderful wrestler, and he's a good human being.
Yeah.
Well, therefore, you got to have a good show,
Yeah.
You got a solid guy that you can interview, and we got a lot more guests coming up. We got, as a matter of fact, in 2 weeks, we got Sean Conway coming up.
Yeah, I can't wait for him.
That's going to be a great interview.
Yeah, I heard a lot about him. I'm looking forward to meeting him.
And then we got one, Albert, that I'm going to be really looking forward to interviewing.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be wonderful. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Who's going to be, Albert?
What's that, sir?
You know who I'm going to be interviewing here shortly?
Who's that?
Hello, Mama. How are you? The one and only Eugene. Looking forward to that.
Oh, he's great. Oh, I can't wait. That'd be great, too. That'd be exciting. I can't wait.
That's going to be a real good one. Looking forward to that. Hopefully in the months to come, we got Flash Flanagan, Victor Bruiser, some up-and-coming guys. We had one guy, a new guy, Darren Flynn. That was a great interview. Tough little guy. Straight ahead, knows where he's going. Nick Iggy will be coming in. Shoot, we got a bunch of them. But Albert, before I wrap this up, I want to talk to you, and I want you to listen to me.
Okay.
And just hear me out.
Okay.
I know that you signed yourself up for this World Title Rumble. Now, Albert.
Yeah.
I've known you for a long time.
Yep.
Master Rich has insulted your family. He's insulted your grandson. He said things about everybody, probably even, and I don't mean this disrespectful, about your sweetheart. Are you sure that you want to do this, Albert? Because he's tantalized you, and I'm afraid he's going to hurt you. Yeah. You're my friend. We've had our differences in the past, but you're like family to me. Albert, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, it's not whether or not I'm sure I have to. He put me in a position now, Charles, where I haven't got no choice but to get in there. Like I said, I ain't got a chance of winning. Everybody knows that. I'm a manager. You got Rob Conway. Vic. Is in there. Flash, Canadian Kid. So you got all these guys here. That's always, and you got little old me. And but after what he did to me and my family, my little grandbaby, that's the straw that broke the camel's back. So I'm going to get in there. I'm going to do my best. Like I said, I won't win, but I'm going to get some licks in, and he's going to know he's been in there with somebody, because when he gets out, he's going to have my handprints all over his, what. But
well, Albert, I tell you what, buddy, you're my friend, and I'll be there at ringside watching you, keeping the time or whatever. But I tell you, Albert, I want you to watch yourself while you're in there, because this young man, I've known him as long as I have you, or if not longer. And I don't know, there's something wrong with him. It's like he's in some kind of a cult or something.
Yeah, he's
crazy acting. As a matter of fact, the last show we had, I'm leaving, nobody's around, and he's standing in the parking lot looking up at the moon, just laughing like a hyena. And there's nobody around. He's got no idea that I'm there, and he's waving his arms, and he's just laughing. Actually, it was kind of creepy. So, Albert, he's not playing with a full deck.
I know. He's a brick shy of a load. I know that.
Please be careful, Al. That's all I got to say. You know what you're getting into before you go in it.
Yeah, I just need some support. I need people out there hollering, rooting for me, and cheering me on. Just pump me up, and I'll try to do the best for the NFW Nation. I'll try to do the best I can to make them and my family proud of me.
Well, I know you will, Albert. Like I said, that's March the 24th right there at the Metro Center. Good lineup. Going to be a strong show. We got Rob Conway. We got Master Rich, of course. We got Victor Bruiser, Flash Flanagan. The names go on and on and on. It's going to be one good night. Going to be a lot of action there. Got girl action.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be a real good night. And also, Albert, before we get off here, and before we go to the next segment here,
Yeah.
I'd like to remind everybody next week at Greek's Pizzeria in Evansville, Indiana. What is it, Albert?
It's the Luv Shack anniversary special.
That's right, man.
We're celebrating our first year, and we're gonna celebrate. It's gonna be like Cousin Jimmy said, barn burner. We got a lot of great wrestlers gonna be there. The NFW Nation's gonna be there. You're gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna celebrate the 1 year and talk about the 24th.
Oh, man, 24th is going to be too much. I'm telling you, man.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I am very excited.
I'll tell you what, I want all those people to grab those tickets and grab them quick. Because it's going to be one night of fan-packed action. I mean, it's going to be just what the doctor ordered for that night.
It's going to be great. I can't wait. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
I hear you've got a little interview or a little guest you want to talk to right now.
Yeah, I got a little interview. Matter of fact, it's with my sweetie Penny here. We've got something for her. And
oh, goodness, it is Valentine's.
Here comes little Cupid right now. Pick him up, Anthony. Here comes little Cupid right now.
That is the arrow of love.
That is the arrow of love. You know what that means? When Cupid shoots with the arrow of love, that means the person you're with and you look at and kiss is yours forever.
Uh-oh.
That ain't it, Charles. Now, we've got somebody else coming here, too.
Uh-oh.
Who are you?
I am the Princess of Love, and these are for you.
The Princess of Love.
Thank you.
Oh, you getting gifts, are you?
They're my favorite flowers.
Oh.
Hyacinths.
Well,
Yeah.
how about that?
She don't like the roses, but she loves those.
I like the kinds that smell the best.
Okay, now let's put it over here. We got one more, Charles. One more.
Okie dokie.
Who we got here? The Prince of Love.
I am the Prince of Love, and these are for you.
Thank you.
You got a box of chocolates, Charles.
I like chocolate.
Oh, now, Charles, these are special chocolates, aren't they?
They are special chocolates.
Ain't there a
And
special?
they're really, really good chocolates. As a matter of fact, there's a special chocolate in there.
There's a special chocolate right in the middle.
Yep. If you like chocolate-covered cherries, you'll love this.
Get it open. Oh my gosh.
I just want to say, Penny, you are my Valentine. I may be the doctor of love, but you're my goddess of love. I love you with all my heart. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And I would love for you to be my wife. So I guess what I'm asking you is, will you marry me?
Yes. Yes, I will.
Oh, there you have it. Congratulations.
And it looks beautiful on her, Charles.
Oh, I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Penny.
Big hug with the grandkids. Big hug with the grandkids.
Oh.
Big hug with the grandkids.
All right, Charles, this is the perfect time for that special moment, ain't it?
It sure is, Albert. Just remember, NFW Nation, don't fight amongst yourselves. Leave the fighting to us.
Jesus.
And just remember this right here. Do like Big Al did. Spread the love. See you, Albert. Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you, Charles.
Wow.